All right, I am here with pastor and author and member of the UCA, Sean Finnegan. How you doing today, sir?
Very good.
Good, good. So I have a few questions I'd love to ask you. I loved your message that you gave. I thought it was so powerful about God being on the move.
Yes.
You know, what do you think about our role in terms of being a part of God's movement? That was like a key distinction in your teaching, right? So you've heard like some people say that is God on our side, but really we need to be on God's side, right?
Course, yeah.
So it's like God is moving. What do you think is the best way for us to be a part of what he's doing in the Unitarian space?
Well, one of my biggest points today was that we can't psych ourselves out by saying, oh, we're just too small, or oh, we don't have a big university, or we don't have a huge commentary set, or whatever the excuse is. God regularly in Scripture works with people that are the minority, the remnant, the few that respond to his call. And so I was really trying to get that across that, hey, that's normal for what God works with. Is he does a lot of times he doesn't work with the majority. He works with those who are really invested in and courageous enough to follow him wherever he leads. So my message was about turning spectators into activists. And for people to say, okay, I want to be contributing, whatever that means. You know, I think we need to get, we don't need to have huge numbers to have a huge impact, as you yourself know, because of YouTube, because of the internet, because of, social media. It's just a different era. So what we need is activists, people that are gung-ho, that are committed, that are sold out, that are willing to support things financially, show up to things when they happen, publish books, start new platforms, right? That's what we need. And I think as we do that, we're going to see growth.
Absolutely. And you also mentioned about like coming with a servant's heart to the church, right? You're like, man, I'm speaking to all the pastors. Like we just need people to come and serve, right? Not what necessarily I can get, but what I can give.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So when it comes to three different scenarios, you have some people that are in churches already. You have some people that are in kind of small home groups. And then you have those who are isolated. And to those who are in churches, my message to them, my encouragement to them is go to church. Don't just come once a month or on Easter and Christmas.
Yeah.
Go regularly. It's good for you. I found a statistic. This blew my mind. This is from Brad Wilcox's book, Get Married. Okay. A sociologist, University of Virginia, legit, right? He says if you go to church regularly, and presumably you're also married, you're going to have better sex. So look, there it is. Like, go to church. It's good for you. You'll have more money. You know what I mean? Like, you can't tell for sure is this causation or correlation, but like, just do it.
Generally, your life will be better all across the board.
Harvard talks about this a lot. They have a wellness webpage on Harvard University. They say people who go to religious services regularly have better lives. Like, it's legit proven to be better for you, okay? Yeah. So go to church, and when you go, don't go as a spectator. Don't go as like somebody to a movie theater to be entertained. Go to serve. And that will make you have a better church experience as well. Yeah. And then the third thing I said is to give. And I know it's like weird to talk about money, but like that is part of the picture. Like we need to be giving, we need to be generous, and that's good for the giver, but it's also good for the church to like be able to do programs and be able to have more reach and
be able to have childcare, which has been a huge blessing to my wife and I this time.
Yeah. Childcare is huge. And then so for those who are in small groups and in home churches and things like that, my message to them is why not plant a church? Why not band together and let people know, hey, this is what we want to do. We have 20 people here, and we don't have a pastor, but like, is there somebody interested? Well, how is that ever going to happen? You have to organize. You have to put it out there. And then to those who are isolated, I told them to move.
Yeah, I remember that.
I said, just move.
You were cold. You were just like, just move.
Just move. But some people can't move. So if you can't move, just get involved remotely. Do what you can to serve remotely. We are currently starting a church in New Zealand, and they would love to have help with web stuff. You know what I mean? And like people in America could do web stuff for people in New Zealand. Why not?
Yeah.
Right. And when other churches start, they're going to need people that are good with accounting or graphic design, right?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like social media stuff, right? So like the need is there, and it's just how do we connect these people together?
Yeah.
So I've actually put together a web page on our ministry website, lhim.org, and it's under a tab, Connect, and it says, let's start churches together. And it's just a simple Google form, but like you can click on it if you're somebody that's like in an isolated situation, you don't have a community. You can click on it and it'll go through and you can check what skills you have that you would like to donate to volunteer to help.
Very cool.
And
That's
then we
great.
just pass that off to the church planting pastors, and then they can get in touch with that person directly.
Wow, that's cool.
So that's
that's
the
really
idea.
great.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll be sure to grab that link and we'll put that in the
Okay, cool.
description. So another question here. I want to take you back sort of to, I don't know, either were you always a Unitarian or did you change? So you were always a
up this
Unitarian.
way, yeah.
Okay, that's awesome. He is blessed. a lot of us came out of it. So I was just going to say, ask, what are some of the most convincing things to you, right? Just about the Unitarian view on the nature of God, on Christology, as opposed to, the mainstream Trinitarianism?
Yeah, I think for many of us, it's the discovery that the Lord, all capitals, is actually God's name. I know it sounds like a really simple thing, but like knowing that there is a God who has a name and that he uses singular pronouns to refer